Welcome back. My next guest is Mr. Max Stone, who does organic farming with Elmwood Stock Farms. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
All right, now I go to the grocery store and I see this big sign that says organic over here and I guess regular everything else over here. So tell me, what is organic? What's it mean, organic farming?
So organic farming is a guideline of practices that are commonly used in farming that are not allowed in organic. Pesticides, which is herbicide, insecticides, miticides, all sorts of highly toxic chemicals that people spray on food to control pests and diseases. We use cultural techniques much as our forefathers did, using soil building as the primary technique that we use. Healthy soil makes a healthy plant, makes a healthy human.
So it's better for the environment.
Absolutely.
Better for the human, but why?
So if you're not purposely spraying or applying these toxins into the environment that ultimately make their way into the water, have to be remediated at some point in the future. Frankly, there's not a Saturday goes by that a customer doesn't walk up to our booth at the Lexington Farmers Market and say, my doctor told me to eat the kind of food that you grow, be it's avoiding pesticides or toxins in the food because of some cancer or illness like that. Some of it's around the good fat, around grass-fed beef. So there's lots of different reasons that people find their way to organic food.
No antibiotics or
antibiotics, not of any sort of way. No genetically modified organisms anywhere in the system.
Now they say it also tastes better. Not only is it good for you, if it tastes better, generally that doesn't go together.
So one reason we think it tastes better as a community that you have the balance of minerals in the soil. So it could be that little bit of copper, a little bit of molybdenum, how you say that, that bring these micronutrients, can add those little flavor touches versus fertilizer that just has nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium.
Okay. Now you've got a voucher program. Tell me, it sounded interesting. Tell me about it.
So the Organic Association of Kentucky is working with UK Health and Wellness, and it started several years ago as a pilot project that UK Health and Wellness is giving a $200 voucher if a staff employee will join an organic CSA. They're making a commitment to eat these kinds of fresh fruits and vegetables for 22 weeks. And then early on they did some body metrics, and they're sort of working with it still, that shows that people that commit to eating this type of fresh fruits and vegetables spend less time in a doctor's office and spend less on pharmaceuticals. So it's an upfront investment because so many diseases are heart disease and obesity and whatnot are food related. So it just stands to reason.
Now, the voucher, do you come get a box? Do you just go to, I mean, how does it work?
So the way CSA works, and there's 5 farms that are cooperating, we work together. There's 5 farms in the program, but you as would sign up for our farm, and you would decide if you want which of 3 sizes, how many vegetables your family's going to eat in a week. Then you would pick a pickup location, and we'll drop off your share with others. We have pickup locations around Lexington, and you don't know what you're going to get until you open the box. It's like a birthday surprise.
But it's all fresh, all organic.
Everything is all organic and fresh from the farm, usually picked that day or the day before.
Well, now we had a little bit, it's been in the news of E. coli, hepatitis, foodborne illnesses. Right. Now, you don't use insecticides or pesticides, but you do things to help both fertilize and some type of pest control.
So the pest control, there's natural enemies of the pests. So, for example, many people know about aphids in their tomatoes, a tiny little bug in tomatoes, but when they come in mass numbers, they can really harm a tomato plant. There's a wasp that's so teeny tiny it lays its egg in the aphid, and when the egg hatches, it burrows out and destroys the aphid in its life cycle. So we foster those types of beneficial insects all over the farm. And they do our bidding for us, frankly.
And artificial fertilizer, well, artificial, not chemical fertilizers, but natural fertilizers.
Natural fertilizers. Primarily, it's plowing under plant material which naturally feeds the soil. The legumes that get nitrogen from the air, they feed that back into the soil. Your viewers might be interested in the soil food web. There's this microbial jungle under the soil, and as they live and thrive in coexistence with each other, they release those nutrients to the plants.
Well, that's great information. Looks like great food, healthy and good for you. We'll be right back.